Greetings, NASCAR enjoyers, and here we are with the 84th video in the series that takes place at Loud State. Also, I have some big news to share to you guys. Yep, that's right! Ram is coming back to the Truck Series! And there are also talks of Cletus McFarland racing in trucks next year, so yeah, exciting things are going on right now. But anyways, we have the two national anthems going on at once. Yeah, the Canadian National Anthem and the American National Anthem. And after that, our race at Loud State begins with Chase Briscoe and Bushy battling for the lead. That's Kyle Busch, by the way. Even though Kyle Busch tried his best, Briscoe still manages to take the lead. Hold up, Byron and Hamlin join the chat. And they both got past Bushy. Ty Dillon makes a big move for 14th. And another cool thing about the Prime broadcast is we get a speed meter, which looks much better than what we get in other broadcasts, especially NBC and Fox, yeah. I still like Amazon Prime NASCAR better than Fox. Holy crap, Willie B, aka Free Willy, just got past Briscoe for the lead. Yeah, it seems that he managed to get past Briscoe at a moment's notice. I'm hoping that someone will eventually get past him. So far, no cautions and not much is going on. Prosper, Texas is now in the mix and has jumped up to second. Larson is running in 7th, and Hamlin is now running down his teammate. Busher is getting closer and closer to Free Willy and is trying his best to overtake him. He's here to redeem RFK once and for all. Come on, man. You knew it, Prosper. Get past him. Hamlin also gets past his teammate for 3rd. Suarez makes an early pit stop due to a tire issue. Prosper, Texas gets past Free Willy and is now in the lead. Holy crap, this is looking good for RFK. And then all of a sudden, Hamlin has joined the chat. He is running down Free Willy and things are already looking exciting in Loud Country. Just like that, Prosper, Texas wins the first stage in epic fashion. Our first set of pit stops come underway. Ryan Blaney wins the race off pit road. But anyways, the second stage begins with Hamlin Blaney battling for the lead. And now Hocevar is in the mix. Prosper, Texas start falling behind and Elliott just jumped up to 2nd. There's also an intense battle at the back and the Dinger jumps up to 15th. And before you know it, Elliott is in the lead. Even more action is going on in the back as Hamlin gets past Jones. And then all of a sudden, the caution comes out. John Hunter Nemechek and Gregson both lost control when things were starting to look good. Several drivers come down to pit road. The caution ends with Elliott and Blaney battling for the lead, and the race goes 4 wide. Larson has now jumped to 4th, and then the caution comes out. Suarez and Bowman both get involved in the wreck. And the race gets red flagged already. Dang it. The race eventually gets back to yellow. Our next set of pit stops come underway, though 12 drivers stayed out. Kyle Larson makes an unaccepted pit stop, as does the Dinger. But anyways, the caution ends with Elliott and Bell battling for the lead. Chase Elliott takes the lead, and then Logano is in 3rd. Oh, come on! I always hate it when Logano is running in the top. Yeah, like, anything that has to do with Logano going in the top is a nay for me. Yeah, like, I'm still not forgiving him for that incident with Austin Dillon. And then the caution comes out, with John Hunter Nemechek losing control yet again. Can we please get the race started already? Alex Bowman's out of the race. Chase Elliott comes down to pit road during caution. We also see that JHN is out of the race. Yeah, pretty sad for him, isn't it? The caution ends with McDowell and Bell battling for the lead, and Reddick also got past. The caution ends with McDowell and Bell battling for the lead, and Reddick also got past for Bell until he gets 2nd back. Free Willy gets the lead back, and Zane Smith and Ty Dillon are battling for 11th. Denny is in 7th and running down Priest and Logano. Larson is in the back, and both him and Blaney are trying their best to catch up. Speaking of catch up, Bell is starting to catch up to Free Willy. This is where we get to see the burn bar. We see that Free Willy has better fuel mileage than Brad K and Taco Bell, makes a pit stop under green, thus Free Willy now has a huge lead gap. And then Ryan Blaney spins out on pit road and causes the next caution. He wasn't anywhere near the track because he was on pit road. Like, he wasn't even a hazard to the other cars. Unless if one driver decides to pit in, but no drivers were going to pit in by then. So he was pretty much safe. Yeah. Anyways, because of that, he had to get a pit stop done. Willie B and several drivers come down to pit road. The race restarts and Byron is battling Cindric for the lead. It's now a showdown as Reddick and Chastain are now in the mix. And Hocevar then joins in. Even with some contact, Free Willy still manages to overtake Cindric and wins the second stage. Yeah, Willie B, Byron, Free Willy, call him whatever you want. He is the man of many names. And no, it's not AI, by the way. I actually wrote this on my own. No chat GPT or AI was involved in the writing of this script. After that, we get our next set of pit stops. Kyle Larson wins the race off pit road, and SVG is having issues off pit road. Yeah, things aren't looking good for Shane Van Gisbergen. I hope he does well on road courses, that's where he shines. Some drivers stay out, and the caution ends with Hocevar and Free Willy battling for the lead. Busher makes a block on Larson and prevents him from moving up for the field. So much is going on that I can't keep track. Hamlin passes one of the 23-11 drivers for third. Chastain overtakes Priest for 11th and blocks Larson, who suddenly jumped up. Meanwhile, Hocevar continues to run down Free Willy. He is unable to do so as Free Willy pulls away, and then a caution comes out with Todd Gilliland losing control and hitting the wall. Again. Several drivers come down to pit road, and Zane Smith is the one to win the race off of pit road this time around, which is impressive considering that Front Row Motorsports says usually they never win any races off pit road. They don't have the best pit crews. That's pretty impressive for you, man. Wait, what? Yeah, that's what I thought when I saw that. The caution ends with Hocevar and Larson battling for the lead. Both drivers did some air blocking, and Larson ends up at second and is now in third as Free Willy took second away from him. He is now right behind Hocevar, and we get the burn bar yet again. The battle for the lead continues, and Larson is in the mix. Hocevar's goal is to save as much fuel as he can while air blocking Free Willy and keeping Larson behind. Ty Gibbs is now in the mix and trailing Larson. And Carson Hocevar blows a tire and comes down to the pits, but no caution is thrown. Yeah, like, they don't throw a caution for that. Something that is actually a track hazard, a tire blowout. NASCAR usually throws a caution whenever tire blowouts happen, but not this time. Yeah, again, NASCAR officiating is selective on when to start a caution and when not to start a caution. Byron is back in the lead. Hamlin gets past Ty Gibbs for third and has gotten past Larson. Holy crap! Denny is catching up. Prosper, Texas jumps up to third. Free Willy gets loose, and just like that, Hamlin got the lead. Yes, he got him. But for the Hamlin haters, they're like, no, because they hate Hamlin so much. Yeah, like, any race where Denny Hamlin's in front is always going to get a yay or a no, because people are always going to be different on their thoughts of Denny Hamlin. You love him or hate him. Yeah, you either love him or hate him. There's no in between. On the final lap, all Denny has to do is save fuel and make it to the finish. Free Willy just ran out of fuel on the final lap, and he makes it! Yes! Denny Hamlin made it. Although, I can see why the non-Denny fans, of course, hate it this boat, because whenever they see Hamlin win, they usually are disappointed, but it's your opinion. Everyone has an opinion. Oh my god, he made it to the race! Yes! Now that's a race win that I'll take. But for the Hamlin haters, they won't approve of it though, because they don't like seeing Hamlin in front. Reactions for this race are mixed, but for me, it gets a 9 out of 10, although the non-Denny fans will give it a 5 out of 10. Because, well, if there's any race where Denny Hamlin wins, they usually like to cry about it, because Denny haters are Denny haters, and they usually hate seeing Denny Hamlin win the race. Yeah, you either love him or hate him. There's no like I said, there's no in between, so, yeah. But anyways, whether you like or hate the finish of the race is still epic to watch. Let me know in the comments if you loved or hated the finish, or if you loved or hated the race in its entirety. Because I like to see what you guys think about it. I'm always open to seeing different opinions. And he also said the thing. I beat your favorite driver. Yeah, he said the thing. Yeah, that's Denny for you. However, he did one thing that Prost Grand Prix could never do. Get Yahoo to victory lane. Yeah, Denny Hamlin brought Yahoo to victory lane, and that's something that Prost never did in 2000 with the Prost AP03, because of how unreliable the Peugeot engines were. Well, they're French engines, so what do you expect? Also, he ran out of fuel when he did this victory celebration and had to get towed. Yeah, it's something I had to bring up because, well, even though he did win the race, he didn't have enough fuel to do the celebration, sadly. Well, in its full entirety. And that's it for today. I'll sign off. Here's the link to last year's Michigan race if you want to see it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell just in case you haven't already done so. Catch you guys next time. Peace out.